purpose a sea turtle has. You know, like the ones that are just covered in like 9 feet of dirt that just swim off?
I'm sure
they
they
eat? Like they're hundreds of years old for what?
I'm sure they eat something that's...
Turtles are stupid.
Like, they eat moss that kills things or something, I don't know.
Other than eventually killing it in the upcoming It film. I don't know what turtles are for. Space turtle in that one.
So welcome to the Underhold.
I'm Rob C. Gresham.
I am Sinclair Thompson, aka Luca Priest. And
let's do a quickie.
This is going to be a quickie, and I think we might call it Sinclair Spoils, because I get to watch a lot of movies earlier. I watch them free, so...
I have children, one of which is probably trying to sneak into the room as we speak.
Alright, welcome to the Underhold. This is going to do a quick review / spoiler. We're going to probably call this Sinclair Spoils, since I get to watch some newer movies a little bit more often.
Yeah, and I'm busy with
so I'm going to tell Robert here
media
a little bit more. A little bit about the film I watched. It'll be kind of a review, and for some of them will just be super spoiler territory. And I think this one will probably will.
Yeah, but don't let spoilers ruin life. We're not going to tell you when the spoilers are coming. You don't want to spoil yourself. Don't watch this playlist, because this will be a new song playlist.
Got to be some people with similar philosophies of us, where we care for the experience sometimes more than the spoiler. We've seen so many stories that it's like...
Yeah, like you're going to tell me how Avengers Endgame, they go back in time.
Yeah.
They go back in time.
Yeah.
Oh
we don't mean to
God.
Not necessarily be angry at people who care about spoilers.
Is that what just happened on Star Trek Season 2 Discovery as well? They go back in time?
I haven't seen Season 2.
I wonder what's going to happen in the new Star Wars.
No one ever really dies.
They're all going to go back in time.
But speaking of dying, I watched The Art of Self-Defense. It's in limited release. I don't know if that means it's going to go in expanded release and be everywhere.
Probably on Amazon Prime soon.
Or
it's a red box.
Going to be just everywhere to streaming.
Right.
Possibly for free or cheap, which I suspect is going to be more the case. It's a Jesse Eisenberg film, dark comedy. The advertising really tries to stress that it's a dark comedy, but then it has like all these cutesy, almost what's that Vote for Pedro movie?
Oh, Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah, like it's gonna have Napoleon Dynamite humor.
Quirky. He's that quirky.
Well, that's what the advertising really goes for, and it's a little bit like that, but not completely. The trailer's really bad in that if you really don't like spoilers, that trailer is just spoiler heavy when it comes to the direct jokes.
Yeah, the guy that's in the movie that's his teacher.
Yeah.
All I ever see is him as Castor Troy's little brother, Pollux Troy from Face Off.
I was looking in some comment sections of a trailer, and people were talking about how good that guy is in general.
Oh, okay.
So
I forget his name is like Alessandro Alamandre or some cool ass name like that. He's probably Spanish, right? Or just like
he's probably a white guy in the movie.
Probably hippie mom or something like that. Just let me squirt these essential oils on you.
So the movie, you see Jesse Eisenberg's life a bit. He's just like a data analyst or an auditor of a whatever some company, like
goes learn some karate.
Be it like Dunder Mifflin, just managing their budgets and stuff, and he gets mugged when he's going to buy his dog.
So he gets all death wished, right? I got to give myself my.
He's completely traumatized. Very much so. You see that he doesn't have much of a life, like no friends, no family, and he decides eventually. He's like stuck in his home because he doesn't go back to work immediately. Completely affected him trauma-wise. And so you see one of the things he decides to do is to go buy a gun, but he's on the waiting list. There's some pretty good jokes there of just like being on the wait list and like, oh, do you have kids? No? Oh, good, because most likely your kids will get shot if you have a gun. Like, what's kind of cool is the gun shop owner, like, he's totally, like, on par.
Comment down below if your kids kill themselves with your gun.
Yeah, it's like, or you know, like, even talking about suicide and stuff like that, of, like, more likely suicide.
Yeah, like, when you go in to buy the gun, you can't be like, this is for killing the lady who stole my boyfriend. Or whatever you say.
And talking about, like, that's why the waiting list is there, so that you have time to think before you do something impulsive. So that's kind of some of the humor. But he comes across the karate dojo, like on the way home from the handgun, I think, or just to get some shopping. And when he was mugged at night by people on bikes.
The worst kind.
Yeah. And so he joins he checks it out. He joins it, and there's a lot of humor of just how serious the main guy is at the dojo, and he calls himself just sensei. Like that's almost like what he considers just his name to be. And you see that there's
I'm the sensei master.
The Grand Master is in this picture behind him of the guy who started the dojo, and there's just humor about like the way he died having to do with just a shotgun blast. So you see the 10 rules, and at the bottom it's all guns are for the weak. It's like an add-on rule
because he got murdered. And before we go into full review territory, because we're stepping up right here.
Yeah.
So the movie, commercial-wise, to me, the non-seer looks like okay, another Jesse Eisenberg, cute, ho-hum. I'm the guy from Zombieland. Always, this is my character. I'm in every movie. So he's just that guy, but
kinda,
the crossed with dude from Falling Down.
No, not that much.
Not as egregious.
He gets a little bit there, but he's still Jesse Eisenberg. He's
and
still.
The commercial tells me that he also has
to
fight the sensei at some point to like get his manhood.
A little bit.
And I'm like, is that the entire movie?
No, it's not.
I just watched the whole thing in a trailer.
But
so there's some surprises.
Yeah. But you see some of the humor of the
biggest
sensei.
Spoiler.
His sensei, you could tell, is like kind of a weird person. Like they said that, or the Grand Master. The Grand Master killed like 3 other senseis in the tri-state area in
like
one-on-one in hand-to-hand combat by doing like 1-inch like a finger
like the Dumak.
Yeah, that's basically it, like hitting him, putting this finger through their head, and it's a technique he's never taught anybody else. So he's killed 3 people, and he has a rainbow belt instead of a black belt. It's like a rainbow belt that he created himself.
The Shigur move.
Yeah.
That puncture, though. No country for old men, you tap.
And one thing about the humor of the film is a lot of stuff becomes setups for later.
Okay, so like that Seinfeld kind of.
A
thing that seems innocuous in the beginning becomes this gigantic payoff later.
Not necessarily a gigantic payoff, but a lot of jokes are seeded early on for like a single joke, a single payoff, but just they're very spread apart.
Okay. Limited release, probably going to come out soon.
Yeah.
I guess I'll check it out on Redbox.
Well, no, there's still
spoil it too much.
Oh,
it's quickie.
Yeah. Okay. I'll try. But the plot
like
comes into...
It's going to be like that Johnny Mnemonic quickie we did, which was 16 minutes long.
It might be, but...
Fuck it. This is the kind of quickies that most ladies should like, right?
But a lot of it becomes him joining this gym, and...
At a jolt.
They take a liking to him, and he finds out about night class. They invite him to night class, and night class becomes more intense.
Comment below on your favorite night class.
Yeah. So one of the seeded jokes has to do with like there's a girl in the class and she has 2 pieces of tape on her belt. One's red, one's black. And he asks him, what are they about? Well, the black one's because you're also an instructor. She instructs the kids' class, and then the red one is because she's killed a person in unarmed combat. But she's joking. She goes, no, it's just for, or maybe that one. Oh, sorry, the black one was for night class. The red was I'm an instructor.
Okay. I thought black belt had to be like you were a master. You just gave her run the night class.
But as you see the night class and stuff intensifying and getting crazier, you find out that the red piece of tape is because she's killed somebody
with the chicker.
Yeah. And then you just find out more and more stuff about this organization, this night class, and
is it like the Foot Clan?
Well, it turns out that they're the people who mugged him.
Ah, what a twist.
Yeah. And just more and more stuff just gets a little bit crazier of the darkness of that, of like they get him to like mug somebody who they say is the person who mugged him. They get him to fuck them up.
Life.
Well, they're just getting him more and more like blackmailed into everything and stuff. And
super con game.
One
playing the long game on him.
Yeah. Well, no, it's not the long game. He just accidentally kind of ended up with them, and they realize that though.
So they just
there's
victimize him further.
In some ways, yeah. There is a good setup joke of that dim mock thing that goes to the end of the movie that is one of the most fantastic jokes of the film. I was cracking up. No one else in the theater was laughing at anything. At anything. But the finger.
They thought this was
kill.
Date night.
Huh?
The rest of the audience thought this was date night.
No. This movie gets a little dark. It does get dark.
So they're like, "Oh, sorry for bringing you to this, honey." Am I still getting that beach afterwards?
But I guess there's not too much to say aside from that.
Alright, well, it's Art of Self-Defense, Jesse Eisenberg, Bacabala Sebrano from Face Off. I know he's been in some other movies.
It's darker than the humor suggests, but it's not super terribly funny, but it's a funny, dark tale.
Worth a cinema visit or definitely a Redbox wait?
Redbox.
Alright.
I feel Redbox worthy, but not much more than that.
That's right, your link to your 99-cent Redbox on demand codes are down below. We're gonna get some sponsors soon here. We're just looking out. Alright,
$6 shirts. Alright.
Catch us on the Underworld.
Later. Don't let spoilers run your life.
Oops. Don't want to ruin that tag.